Welcome back, folks, to more Resonance. We're in the Maze of Doom. How do you get out of the Maze of Doom? I don't know. Keep crawling until you figure it out, fool. I think the maze even... Not sure if you have to fall down there. Looks like you do. You don't actually want to fall down until you get a long-term memory. I have no idea what was up with those handprints. No, 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 no! There we go.
But Hansel and Gretel were too clever for their mean old stepmother. They had sprinkled breadcrumbs in the forest behind them as they walked. And the clever children followed the breadcrumbs straight back home.
What's stepmother mean?
It means that she wasn't the real mama.
Why?
Because if she was the real mama, she'd never want to lose them out in the woods. She'd just want to give them big tickles. Come here, you!
Mama!
Make sure you find the blue light on each level if you're trying to get as many points as possible. You can see here you get a little memory circle. I go ahead and save on each level. This maze changes every time, so there's no real way to map it. No, I'm not going toward the leaves. They're fucking scary. Oop, there we go.
Where's my mom?
Mi sobrina.
Why can't I see her?
She's not... She's gone, Anna. She's with the other angels.
Mama's dead. It sucks. Moms are great people. The greatest. This shit turning around and swiveling's got me all functified. that manhole at? Go ahead and save again. The hell? Oh, little green tentacles. It's like Cthulhu lives down there. Alright, so we gotta find the last blue light and fall down the last manhole here. There's a teddy bear and a mousetrap. Awesome. Don't remember seeing that. Best thing about playing through a game more than once is seeing things you didn't see the first time. And of course getting your money's worth. Alright, don't want to go down there yet. You can, of course, if you want to be meticulous about it, draw a little map for your certain area. I'm just kind of winging it because the areas aren't that big.
Papa.
What I tell you? I said clean up this room.
No, Papa, you didn't.
Don't you talk back to me. You know what I have to do to keep food on our table? I don't have time to clean up after you, you little brat.
But Mom...
You don't have a mama anymore.
So Dad turned into a raving alcoholic after Mom died. Who can blame him? And now we just need to find our way back to that manhole.
I must have dozed off while looking at Uncle Gabi's journal.
She got a nice rack.
Wait, I remember something. The cipher.
Alright, that pumps us up to 134.
What was that sound? Is someone in my apartment? Damn it. Must have left my cell phone in the kitchen. I can't let them get in here.
Alright, let's work quickly here.
Can this have me? How? Which way? I can push the bookshelf to block the door. Oh, excuse me. There, that's slowed him down.
shut up, lady!
Please! There's someone in my apartment! Hello?
This fucking city! Gotta get off this fire escape quickly. The handle came off. Oh god! The pounding stopped.
This is a timed part on the game, kind of like her early Nightmare.
Fits perfectly.
If you take too long, you will die. As I did the first time.
The shard of glass is loose.
If you do manage to die here, or get caught by Mr. Nice Guy, it just rewinds back to this very same scene, so...
Somebody!
I'll have to cut him off.
Cut him off, being the clue. Cut the rope. That's right, go back down to your ladder, you little bitch. Nice hat.
Anna!
Ed! Detective!
We're gonna get you out of here. Come on, let's go.
Let's go, hooker bait.
Are you okay?
I will be, thanks. Who was that man, and why was he chasing me?
I don't know, but listen, we need to get rid of him.
I don't see anybody. If someone was following us, we must have lost him.
Well, that's something at least. We're going to stay here for a little while, figure out what to do. You're safe with me, Anna.
Huh?
Look, I'll just go and call this into the station. We can dust your apartment, figure out who that scumbag was.
No.
Ed.
Anna, the note we found in your uncle's journal...
What? What note? What are you not telling me?
Anna...
Maybe we should trust him, Ed.
What note?
It's up to you.
I think we should trust him.
Thank you. Now, will someone tell me what's going on?
I'm sorry we were keeping you out of the loop, Detective, but we had to.
You had to, huh?
We found this note from my uncle.
And you thought this meant me?
We couldn't be sure. Look, that explosion in the lab was no accident. Dr. Morales was working on a powerful new technology, and someone used his own technology to kill him. If Dr. Morales has a vault somewhere with more of this technology contained inside, we need to secure it before anyone else can get to it.
I really should report this.
No, you can't do that. If Morales was right, and someone on the force was after him...
Please, Detective, just give us 24 hours. Help us.
Surely you've broken a few regulations in your time.
Well, you got me there. 24 hours. No more secrets.
Deal.
Good, because I got a couple questions need answering.
Ask away.
You'd better tell us what all the hubbub is about. What did Morales create?
I'll show you. Using the lab's super collider, Dr. Morales discovered a new type of twin particle. The particle always comes in pairs, a positive and a negative, yin and yang. Bound together, they form the substructure of the electron.
The
These
fuck
two
is this,
particles
science
actually occupy
class?
the same space by vibrating through space-time. We call this vibration resonance.
Let's pretend that all made sense. What's the big deal?
The big deal isn't knowing that these particles exist, it's in what you can do with them. Dr. Morales was designing resonance devices that could neutralize the effect of resonance, allowing you to separate the twin particles. 2 particles, 2 devices. You can place these devices some distance apart and then release the particles trapped inside. The particles instantly snap back together, collide in the exact center, and release a large amount of energy. Anything within a certain area of effect is completely pulverized at an atomic level. The further you pull the particles apart before disabling the devices, the larger the area of effect. In fact, Dr. Morales and I developed a precise formula predicting the inverse relationship.
All right. So you take 2 devices, separate them, and when you shut them off, whatever's in the middle goes boom.
Well, yeah.
You could have just said that.
Wah, wah, wah,
So what you're saying now is that the explosion in Morales' lab was not an accident.
The way that hole was cut out of the lab, it had to be a resonance weapon. But Dr. Morales couldn't have caused it himself. An event of that size would require 2 very precisely placed devices miles apart with the lab in the center. This was no accident.
So what's in this vault?
I didn't even know of its existence until earlier today, so I can't be sure. But I'm guessing it's a repository of all his research into resonance particles, including his designs for the resonance devices used to separate them. Maybe even prototypes. Whatever is in it, it's dangerous in the wrong hands. And now that Dr. Morales is dead, it's just out there waiting to be found. But we're gonna be the ones to find it.
So what would a resonance weapon look like?
My cock.
Dr. Morales was designing these resonance devices for peaceful applications, but weaponizing them would be fairly simple. The devices would be pretty small, softball size maybe. By placing a device on either side of a target, calculating the distance required to achieve the intended area of effect, and synchronizing their release with some kind of radio detonator.
Or cell phone.
Sure, or a cell phone.
You could take out anything you wanted to. So I could place resonance devices, say, in a doorway, and vaporize someone's heart as they walk through.
Well, it's not technically vaporizing.
Or pull them farther away and erase a whole building from existence.
I suppose.
If I mounted these things on planes or satellites, just how big could you make this blast?
There's no theoretical limit.
My God.
So this vault has to be destroyed.
What? No!
Unlimited destructive power. Are you kidding me?
No, that's only if the technology is used incorrectly. Anna, your uncle wanted these resonance particles to imagine it. This was...
No. I'm not gonna let you put this woman in danger. Or did you already forget that someone tried to kill her tonight?
Enough! All this talk is pointless unless we find the vault before the people who killed my uncle do. My uncle left this task to me with his last words. So whether we destroy the vault or make sure the research gets into the right hands, the choice is mine. Is there a problem with that? Good. Now, Ed, how do we find this vault?
Well, my best guess is...
Shut up. Get behind me. Come on out. Hands where I can see them.
Okay. Don't shoot. I'm coming out.
I told you someone was following us.
Who are you?
My name is Ray. Ray Abbott. I was just walking through the park.
Is he with them?
With who? I swear, I'm alone.
Wait a second. You walked by us in the hospital. Were you listening to us there too?
Okay, look, I'm a journalist. The Abbott Post, online. I was at the hospital working on another story, and I heard the two of you talking about this vault and how the police may be involved. I smelled the story, so I followed you guys.
Ray Abbott. I've seen his picture in the news. You're the guy who wrote that story about the vice president.
One and the same.
Great, a fucking blogger.
investigative journalist. I want to help you.
No, no more people. It was supposed to just be Anna and me.
Well, I guess if I can't stick around, I could just run with what I've got so far.
You son of a bitch.
Look, you don't know it, but you need me.
Yeah, right.
You need information, right? Well, that's my bread and butter. I have contacts, people who live under the radar. You need to know something, they can get it.
Crooks, you mean?
I've exposed more bad guys than you ever will.
Now look here.
No, he's right. We need his help.
You sure?
Yes, and if there is corruption in the police force, we could use his blog to help expose it.
It's not a blog. It's a reputable news source.
I swear to God, if you step out of line...
I get it. You can trust me.
The day I trust a muckraker like you.
Guys, we're not gonna get anything done tonight.
There's a motel on the corner. Let's cool off, get some rest, and think about our next move. We'll regroup right here in the morning.
Agreed.
What's this? What the? The reporter is following you? Get rid of him?
Hey. Give that back. That's none of your business. Alright, let's go over this plan. Ed?
To find and open Dr. Morales' vault, we need 3 things. 1. The vault is most likely hidden somewhere inside Juno Laboratories. My guess is it's in one of the many underground tunnels. So, we'll need a blueprint of the lab.
Blueprints of all major buildings are on file in the city archives, which is in the police administration building.
Two, even with the blueprints, we're going to need some kind of information on the vault to help us figure out exactly where in the lab it might be.
Jimmy Olsen?
It's simple, Detective. We follow the money. Somebody had to build this vault, and it probably didn't come cheap. I have a contact at the National Credit Service. He can get anyone's financial transaction history. If we can find the guy who sold Morales the vault, maybe they can help us find it.
And 3, we need to figure out how to open the vault. Anna, that part's up to you.
My uncle's last words were, "Your uncle holds the key." Besides Javi, I only had one other uncle. He's buried near my parents in All Saints Cemetery. There may be a clue about this key there. But, Ed, I'd like you to come with me.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready to go. Alright, we'll split up. Remember, no talking to police, and no posting stories on your blog.
It's not a blog.
Good luck, everyone, and thank you.
Alright, the quartet is complete. 160. Got 10 points there for the completion of that.
Anna?
Yes?
Thanks.
We're gonna go ahead and switch to Anna for now. And take a look at our ass. Just stand there for a minute and look at it. It's scrumptious. Let's take a look at Morales' journal. We know that the beginning of it probably started out, "Dear Anna." You'll notice that as you type in the letters, they correspond. This might be different, actually. Dear... And you just break it down this way. And you want to decrypt each of the following letters here. Now for some reason this equates to A, and so does this. Anna's name is A-N-N-A, so this strange, distorted, retarded D and the backwards L also equate to A. So I'm something you. I-S. Erna. Journal. I'm sending you is journal. Probably this journal. 4, as you can see, the rest of the letter fills itself out. Safe keeping. And to help you make the decision that I may need to ask of you, a decision that I myself wasn't able to make. Now, you notice you have page 1 of 38. Don't worry, you don't have to do all 38 pages. Must learn what resonance is, and more importantly, what it could be. I will contact you with instructions. I'm sorry. You know, that's Javi. So, you want to keep going. This page looks good. Just make sure all the letters are done. One particular collision months ago, they all called it a sensor bug, but these numbers don't lie. I'm going to try to repeat the experiment on the new larger super collider as soon as it comes. Online next week. I will be remembered for this. Eureka! 3 tests, 3 successful glimpses of my new particle. They exist as the substructure of the electron. Conjoined twin particles occupying the same space. But how is that possible? I do not yet know. But I do know that once separated, the particles are only visible for a fraction of a microsecond before they snap back together. Pulverizing each other. Pulverizing each other. No time for sleep now. It'll be a month before I have access to the collider again, but there are so many simulations to run. I'm operating on the theory that the subelectron conjoined twins are now occupying the same space, but not the same time. They vibrate through space-time in a perfect opposing yet perfectly complementary patterns. 2 particles drawn together, inseparable but never meeting. Last night I dreamed of Anna. This morning I found the simulator unlocked. Could I have been sleep deprived? That I left my data accessible by the world, perhaps. I should adopt a stronger encryption scheme for my nopes. Perhaps I should invest in a secure repository for my research and data. Resonance! That is the name I have given to the special vibration of particles. Each particle in their set vibrates at the exact same frequency. This binds them together, but why do these twin particles bind to each other and not to any other? My theory is that no 2 sets of particles in the entire universe have the same resonance frequency. Every set is unique. Resonance literally holds the fabric of existence together. That was the 3rd phone call this morning that has interrupted me. No one on the other end, just clicking. Remarkable, this is truly groundbreaking. I had Ed verify my equations 3 times. The sect particles, once separated, are not only strongly attracted to each other, but the attraction is inversely proportional to the particle proximity. The attraction doesn't lessen with distance like gravity, it increases. The ramifications of this potential energy. Every night for 2 weeks, a blue van with 2 markings. No markings. I'm keeping the curtains drawn at all times when working at home now. Why are they here? I get the collider again in 2 days. I've almost prepared the devices. I haven't told Ed what I'm going to attempt. I installed the vault a week ago, so everything should be ready. Success! Using the devices, I was able to trap 20 pairs of sect particles. The device blocked the special property they have their vibration, allowing them to stay apart after the particle collision. The devices then each attract one of the separated twins. I have 20 sets to experiment on. I haven't slept in a fucking week. 19! Holy sheep shit! I just checked my notes. I thought I had made 20 devices. I have 19. Was I that tired? Did I miscount? I checked the lab, the simulator, where I experimented on them, all along with the route to my vault. Nothing. Maybe I only collected 19 sets. Who could have taken one? No one even knows why I have. Not even Ed. I will be more vigilant about counting each one as I place them back in the info in the vault at the end of each day. Someone was in my apartment. I set a piece of tape across the corner of the door after leaving, and it was broken when I returned. I'm staying in my lab. I'm keeping Ed busy coming up with possible applications for resonance technology. He has a bright mind, many brilliant ideas. While Ed is occupied, I slip away to the vault. No one can know. I thought someone was ransacking my lab, but it was just old Saul, the janitor. I shouldn't have yelled, but he shouldn't be in here. I need sleep, goddammit. But I can't leave the lab. I found a comfortable position in my simulator. Despite all of Ed's brilliant ideas for resonance beneficial applications, I've grown haunted by what has been left unsaid for the undeniable potential for destruction contained in these tiny particles. I saw the blue van parked near the lab. I can't do this anymore. I was walking down the lab's hall in the middle of the night to the bathroom when I heard someone else's footsteps behind me. I took off running and they gave chase. I locked myself in the bathroom until I heard nothing. I decided to send Anna my journal and some notes along with enough information to find my vault. Should something happen to me, I'm glad I had her fingerprint encoded into the system. I need to make a decision myself, though, before it's too late. I'm calling Ed in the morning.
That's it. That's the message. Just like the cipher games I played with Uncle Yavi when I was a child. Oh, Uncle Yavi, why did you have to hide everything?
Alright, we got the decoder. 10-point achievement. And that wraps it up for this episode, folks. Stay tuned for more resonance. God damn.